Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everything. I really appreciate a lot your learnings. I have been in this journey since 6 months ago. I am working in China, and there was where I started to meet about you, about Jerry, about Esther and Abraham. Thank you so much. Since I started to read these learnings, I have a big question, and it's about the asking, or it's about the how I can do my best questions. Because I'm going to tell you a story. If you want to create something, if you want something in your life, do I have to ask for all the details of my asking, or just to try to feel that it's done and my inner being will arrange everything, or will arrange the best things for me?
Well, some of all of that is true. First of all, you cannot stop asking. Yes. You're asking and asking and asking and asking and asking and asking, and that's all good. So you're continuing to amend or add to what you're asking for. It is important to understand that asking is one vibration that often comes from not having what you want, and receiving is another vibration that must be in alignment with what you want. And so all of that is happening. And then the other things that you said are true. Your inner being knows what to do and is orchestrating things, and law of attraction, and it's all being taken care of. So you're not ever going to stop asking. Do you have a sense of what this vibrational reality is that we're talking about, this vortex?
Yes, for sure.
So in it, you have put lots of requests,
yes,
lots of asking. But you, if we said to you, here's a book, please write down to the best of your ability everything that you've been asking for, you couldn't do it with much detail, because you ask incrementally, and that asking melded together into more and more and more. That's why you can be surprised and delighted with the receiving of what you've been asking for.
Yes.
But there is something else that we want you to understand about this. Everything that you're asking for has at its basis a true essence of asking. For example, when you ask for more money, you're asking for freedom.
Right.
Not just the receiving of things. You're asking for lifestyle. You're asking for beingness. You're asking for satisfaction. So many of the things that you ask for that seem like different subjects. Let's say you're asking for a vehicle. You're still asking for freedom. You're still asking for lifestyle. You're asking for mobility. You see what we're getting at? So there is a deep essence that is beneath everything that you're asking for. And in fact, there isn't anything that anybody believes that they want, or that anyone wants, whether it's a pile of money or a relationship or a circumstance or an event or there isn't anything that anybody is asking for any reason other than they believe that they would feel better in the having of it. So everything that you're asking for is to satisfy your thirst for more, to satisfy your exhilaration to focus, to satisfy your beingness as a creator. And so you could literally take any one aspect from your vortex and focus upon it, and that one subject, no matter how narrow it seems, would hold within it the essence of every single other thing that's in your vortex that you want.
Okay.
So it is well known who you are and what you want, and we could break it down into just a few short statements. You want to feel in a hands-on, focused, alert way your own expansion, because that just feels so good. You want to feel the upliftment of being all that you've come to, and to take that whole of you and focus it into any moment in time. You want to bring the whole of you into any conversation that you're having with anyone. You want to feel that confidence and that love and that certainty and that knowing, you see.
Yes, yes.
So it doesn't matter what subject that you're wanting. It all fits together. But then, the pieces that you've put there and what they represent and what they have become and what they are becoming, with your constant attention to it, because you can't stop feeding this vortex. So now it's ready for you to be ready for it. And as you get into that receiving mode, now all of this magnificent essence that you've put there can now evolve into the details that you are now assigning to it as you move along. And that's why and when talking about specifics is really, really fun and productive. It's like all the work that you've been doing has put the essence and the power and the certainty into the vortex, and now you get to cash in your chips and experience the benefit of all of this vibrational currency that you've been amassing, and you get to spend it, so to speak, on the details of the things that matter most to you, whether it's uplifting the world in some way or specifically satisfying yourself in some way. It's all there for you to utilize in whatever way you decide as you move along.
Okay. Thank you so much. And I was wondering on this day, if you know or if you remember how Jerry asked for the things.
When someone was rude, he wanted them to be nice. And when he saw one day a policeman mistreating a woman on the side of the road, he wanted it to be different. And when he passed through Mississippi and Alabama and Louisiana, and he saw black people being mistreated, he wanted a different world. And when he was born to a mother who seemed to have no interest in his well-being, he wanted to know that there was interest in his well-being. By living the same contrasting experience that everyone lives, he came to his own desires. He was, like you, born an uplifter, born wanting the world to feel good, not wanting the world to be a better place, but wanting those in the world to feel better about the place that it beed. He wanted happiness. He wanted people to feel happy, and had experienced enough of happiness and unhappiness to know which he preferred. He used to say to people, I've had a lot of money and I haven't had enough money. And I've been happy and I haven't been happy. And I'd rather be happy than have a lot of money. But being happy with a lot of money is really fun. It doesn't have to be either or. You get to choose it all, you see. In the world in which you live, there is often a quest for success. But the success that we know that everyone is reaching for is the success of that joyful connection to the whole of who you are. And so through his hard early life, he developed some strong desires early on and got hold of it, and then was called to one thing and another that made it more and more clear. Napoleon Hill was the first one who really explained to Jerry how it is that this universe sort of works. And Abraham clarified it enormously. So Napoleon Hill was Jerry's first really strong teacher after every religion in the world. He went to every church that his little body could carry him to because he liked the singing. And from that he learned the hypocrisy in most of the churches. And then he went on to being interested in more things that were of a mental basis, and then he found his true alignment through that. And then found the Seth material, which was another very big avenue, because he always knew that there was something going on in non-physical, but he couldn't for the life of him figure it out. And then because of Esther and because of her openness and because of his desire, here comes Abraham clarifying still further. And he used to say almost every day to Esther and to anyone else who was around, the one thing I really don't get is this non-physical stuff. I really don't understand how non-physical really fits into all of this. And Esther would say, ooh, that feels uncomfortable to me because that feels like my job. It feels like my job to explain how the non-physical fits in. But there again, words don't teach. And now he really gets the non-physical part of it. Now he really, really understands that. And because he's there now and understands it now, and because of Esther's connection with him, now she is finding better words to describe it, more ways of helping you to understand the wholeness and the oneness that is you see.
Yes, thank you, thank you,
Yes,
thank you so
indeed.
much.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.